All right, it's 7 o'clock. There's the backside of City Hall, and then here is like the other side of what I showed you before. I'm on the bike path, which is the trail, and I set my tent up right there under the trees, and then that building is the bathrooms. And like I said, it's 7 o'clock, so it's definitely later than I like to get started. But it is 33 degrees and really, really cold. So I stayed warm all night. Again, there's just another shot. I just kind of camped out under the tree over there. And then there's the bathroom building. The bathroom's on this back side over here. And there's some outlets that I use to charge my phone and stuff. But yeah, it's really cold. I'm actually heading to the McDonald's just to use the bathroom, and maybe grab a cup of hot coffee just to warm up. But the bathroom here was occupied last night, so that's why I'm heading to McDonald's to do that real quick, and then maybe grab a cup of coffee just to try to warm up a little. And then I do have like 24 miles to do today, and I'm not exactly sure how the camping situation is going to work. I'm trying to get to Olustee Battlefield State Park, and I don't think that you're technically allowed to camp there, but then everybody says that the ranger will let you, so I don't know if I have to get there before 5 o'clock, or I'm not really sure. I'll probably have to call or something, figure it out. We'll see. But yeah, really cold, but I'll check back in later and let you know how things are going. Okay, I just had kind of a frightening experience. I'll show you where I am. So I'm crossing this bridge, extremely narrow shoulder. It was all clear. I started going. I saw two semis coming. Grateful for this space up here to jump into. And then as they got closer, I realized there were two semis in a row with the big wide load. Sorry, it's loud. With the big wide load sign. And they had trusses sticking out way far out of their load. And yeah, that was a little frightening because yeah, I was on that bridge, and even though I was on that kind of in-between space, those trusses made me really nervous. But I did not get decapitated, and I'm still here to tell the story. You see? Here I am. All right. I'm going through this bog. It might look like there's a way around it, but really there's not. The water actually goes it's deep, and like not deep, but maybe like ankle deep. But it goes all the way up out into the brush, and I've already come through some of it. So my feet are officially wet again, and it is so cold. This water is freezing. I'm kind of on a little tiny dry spot right here, but yep, feet are officially wet again. Yay. Shin deep. Just going slow because some of it is squishy. Try to skirt the edge of this here. Squishy. Alright. More water ahead. Okay, so here's a creek. And it comes from that way. It goes that way. There's a fence there. The trail goes right through the middle of this. Reports say it is waist deep. That is absurd. So there's some people that say there's a way to get on the other side of the fence and kind of cross there and then try to figure out a way to get back on the other side of the fence. So I'm going to take a few minutes to try to figure out how to do that instead of going through waist deep, pitch black creek water. So I backtracked just a tiny bit. This is the trail. Right up there is where the creek is. So I'm gonna, this is the little break in the fence that people were commenting about. You can see, like, there's a break in the fence. So I'm gonna see how this goes. Okay, so apparently I'm giving you a play-by-play. The break in the fence was right there. And now I'm on the other side. So this will be easy. I'll get my foot a tiny bit wet. But I don't care because I won't go in the water. I'm just going to hop over there and then I will figure out how to get back on the other side of the fence. So let's do this step. All right, right there's the creek. Here's the next break. It just goes right back over to the trail. So I made it and I didn't have to get waist deep. I gotta watch my step over the fence though. Okay. And I didn't have to get waist deep in whatever creek that was. And I'm back on trail. Yay! I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this is a rainbow swamp. I can see it, but like the colors from the sun reflecting on the top are really pretty. And I'll have to look up the science of it again, but it's on the guidebook as a rainbow swamp. You can see some of the colors, I think, on the video. Anyway, it's really pretty. Okay, I just thought I'd get back on here one more time so I can see greens and pinks and oranges and yellows, and the science of it is that it is from the oils from the cypress trees. So you can kind of see like a pink and yellow in there, and then over there some blues and greens, and then some like purple beyond that. But yeah, that's what it's from, the oils from the cypress trees. Hey, so it is, hold on a second, let me see what time it is. 6:41. It is 45 degrees, so it's getting cold. The sun is setting. I'm actually at Olustee Battlefield Historic State Park. You can see back there. So I did almost 24 miles today, and I hiked in to see if I could find a ranger to get permission to stay here for the night, because there isn't any camping, but if you get permission, sometimes they'll let hikers stay. I've been here. I hauled butt to make sure I got here by 5 o'clock before they closed, and I got here about 4:45 or 10 till, and the gates are still open, and I haven't seen a park ranger at all yet. And like I said, it's getting close to 7 o'clock, so the next campsite was going to be like 3.5 more miles, but after 24 miles I didn't really want to do another 3.5 in the potential dark, and it's getting cold. But so I decided to book a hotel room in McClenny, Florida, and so it's booked, but I've been spending a lot of time, Joseph's been helping me looking for an Uber or a Lyft, and been sitting here for probably almost an hour just trying to see what we can get, but there's nothing available. So finally got a hold of a taxi service, so I'm just waiting for my taxi, and it was going to be about 20 minutes. So yeah, just waiting for a taxi to get here, and it is getting colder, and I'm just kind of sitting still, so I feel really cold, and my feet are wet. I did a lot of water stuff today, so my feet are wet, it's cold, but hopefully the taxi gets here sooner than later, and then I will have a nice warm, dry hotel room to stay in and do some laundry, and then it shouldn't be as difficult to get back in the morning, because usually once I'm in town it's easier to get an Uber. It's just when it's out in the middle of nowhere like this, it's really hard sometimes. So hopefully they get here sooner than later and I can go get a nice hot shower and get warm and do laundry and sleep in a nice cozy bed.